Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea, a channel about marriage to a woman from the Philippines to help you understand this whole process of marrying a woman from overseas, how to get along with her, and be able to answer your questions about that. I married my wife in 2015 after a very quick 54-day romance, I guess you could call it. And you look for certain things, I hope, when you're looking for a woman, no matter where she is. And so today I want to talk about some beautiful qualities. Keep your eye on these. This article comes from Tina Fey, smallbusinessbonfire.com. And I think these qualities can apply just as well to a man that a woman might be looking for. And also something you should be looking for in a woman, not just pretty face or a sexy body or something like that. We all look for things like that as a man, but there's some other things we should look for. Please leave a comment here if you agree or disagree with me, and subscribe. Love Beyond the Sea. They mention empathy, and I'm mostly going to be talking about my views on this so we don't run out of time. Empathy, it's they say not just about understanding another person's feelings, it's about genuinely sharing in their emotional experience, feeling what they feel. And she can put herself in the shoes of others, feel their joy and pain, respond with compassion and understanding. Now, I try to do this with my wife, knowing that she's from a country far, far away, so many differences. Growing up under a different environment, financially, and just the struggles that she has. I want to be empathetic about that. I really do. And I hope that that's something she sees in me. Look for empathy if you can in a woman. Now, the thing is, if you're a foreigner like I was, you're looking for a woman overseas, you probably don't have a whole lot in common. You could have a big age gap. And so it may be difficult for her to put herself in your shoes because, well, you're older, you've lived a much different life in a different country. And so that might take a while to happen for the woman to show empathy in you. Now, be careful that a woman doesn't pretend to be empathetic. Like if she's saying things that just don't make sense because she hasn't known you very long and she thinks like that she knows how you feel and what you're experiencing, there's a good chance she doesn't. A lot of times the women will say things they don't mean, like I love you, when they say it so soon. You got to be weary of people that aren't authentic. And that's the number 2 thing listed here, authenticity. And they say that's about being yourself, regardless of where you are or who you're with. And this person has values and sticks to them, even when it's not the popular thing to do. Authenticity. You don't want to be wishy-washy, and you don't want somebody that's going to be wishy-washy. I guess you're just going to have to ask a lot of questions to a woman from overseas to see if she's for real. This is another thing. This is just going to take time to believe that somebody is authentic. Find out what she values, and then see if her behavior is consistent with the things that she says that she values. Authenticity. That's a good one. Number 3, resilience. That's being able to bounce back from adversity, keep going when times are tough. Boy, my arm's hurting me here. And women from the Philippines, I've made videos, are often very resilient. So if they've been through adversity and they have a good attitude coming out of it, well, I would say they have some resilience, positive attitude. That's the 4th thing they list. And they say it's not about having a permanent smile on your face, pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about the ability to see good in people, situations, and herself. Positive attitude is something I think you want to show a woman from the Philippines. and something you want to look for. And often you'll see Filipinas that do seem to literally have a positive attitude, and it's not fake. Um, I can say that about my wife. She seems to be pretty much the same here after 9 years in America, basically 8 years after the visa wait. So positive attitude, that's something to look for. Also, number 5, compassion. Compassion. And they're talking here about showing kindness, not just to the ones they love, but to everyone around her, including those who may not always treat her kindly. Compassion. Boy, that's a real sign of maturity that probably, again, is going to take a long time to develop in somebody's life. Hopefully, it's easy to see. Let me see here. Like, for example, when my wife got here and we went to, I think it was Chicago one time, and she was surprised, stunned that there were some homeless people just sitting on the sidewalks, laying on the sidewalk, sitting, and she would put some money, give them some money, which is really remarkable. And she just felt compassion for them. But also, if she thinks that it's in the Philippines, and sometimes she'll say, "Oh, don't help them," because she knows the lay of the land, that they're just out there because they're lazy. There have been times she said, don't help there, but yet she helped some homeless people in Chicago. So I don't know. That was just kind of stuck out in my mind. She doesn't like when people are lazy, like when they have signs out, even here where we live in Nebraska, and she'll say, "Well, get a job," because she's worked very hard to get to where she's at. And that may sound discompassionate, but I've seen enough compassion in her that I believe she is compassionate. Number 6, humility, another rare quality, they say. This person doesn't boast about their achievements or place themselves above others. They recognize their strengths and accomplishments, but also acknowledges their weaknesses and mistakes. So humility, they don't think they're superior, like they say. And, look for humility. I think when you see it, you'll know it. It'll stick out like a sore thumb because there's a lot of lack of humility in this world. And I think that women like humility in a man too. Let me know what you think. You can be a strong man without, lacking humility. Number 7, the last one here, courage. Courage, the ability to face fear, uncertainty, and difficulties head on. Also about standing up for what she believes in, even when it's not easy. So this is not a two-faced person. They live out their beliefs in life. You want to make sure you find out what drives them. What is their worldview? How do they make decisions about what is right and wrong? What is important? And hopefully they've thought about this. If not, they're immature, but hopefully they've got some beliefs you can talk about and be courageous. I think that's something Filipinas have to have. If they're in a tough environment, some of them go through a lot of bad weather, and they lose their house every other year. There's a lot of poverty, and it takes some courage to survive over there. I think you can find some strong women in the Philippines. I think I did back in 2015. So if you're looking for someone on a dating site, check out my channel. I've got well over 1,000, probably 1,900 videos for you to watch. Many are like this to help you find your love beyond the sea.